that all things work together for good for them that love the Lord and for those who are called according to his purpose. I am from Charlottesville. We were there pastoring for about 6 years. And while there, we worked to make impacts of what we saw as monuments of oppression and monuments of hate. We partnered with the NAACP. They moved into the church. We partnered with the African American Teaching Fellows. We partnered with many organizations because we saw opportunities to advance social justice. We would meet in the city council frequently. Sometimes there'd be a lot of people, sometimes there'd be very few people, always trying to make advance. We decided that one of our next moves would be to move the physical monument and change the name of the park. And at that, the KKK began to come out and other groups to make really themselves known. The lesson I learned from that is that it's easier to move monuments of hate than it is to change mindsets of hate. And the reality is, whether it's Charlottesville or even Plainfield, there are still mindsets of hate. And we still have an obligation to move mindsets of hate. How can that be done? We can change mindsets of hate first through unity. When all of us decide, the people in front of you, the people behind you, the people to your left, and the people to your right, that we will work together to change any vestige of hate, any vestige of social oppression, any vestige of economic oppression, then we can change mindsets. But we have to be united. Only when black people, white people, mature people and immature people, rich people and moderate people, only when we are united can we do what's necessary. People who are religious and people who are not very religious. When we are united, then we can change mindsets. Story is told, true story. History tells us of the Amistad, and it was in 1839. There was a man who had become a slave. He was taken captive, hostage. His name was Sinkay. The first thing Sinkay did when he was nailed down on the ship, chained down on the ship, he wrestled and tore his fingers to become set free. But he did not fight. Instead, he began to set others free. Because only when we are united can we advance. One person cannot advance. We must be united. We must decide that our differences are smaller than the things that we agree on. We must decide that all of us agree that prisons should not be filled, and there's something better than incarceration known as education. We must be united. The Baptists and the Presbyterian, the Catholics and whoever, Jew and Gentile, we must be united. Lastly, the next lesson, in addition to unity, there has to be radical love. Radical love says that I will love you even when you decide to hate me. Radical love says that there will be humility, there will be meekness, there will be walking kindness. Radical love says that I will go out of my way to treat you right even if you treat me wrong. Radical love says I will constantly forgive because God has called me to forgive. Radical love says I will even love those who are in the KKK and those who are in the White House. Radical love says I will love anyone and everyone because I am a lover and not a fighter. When we choose to fight the fight of love, we will win. It's a decision to say there is no one who is so evil that I cannot love because my love will trump their evil. Someone said it this way, pun intended, truth forever on the scaffold, wrong forever on the throne, yet that scaffold sways the future, and behind the dim unknown standeth God within the shadow, keeping watch above his own. We must decide to love one another. When we do that, we will be successful, not just here, but everywhere. Thank you.